Amazing evening, Nigerians. Welcome to Updates is Precious. Thank you so much for joining us. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of things in the shele for Nigeria. So, Daniel Bwala, the president's spokesperson, don't respond and react to the backlash we follow the interview we be saying in do with Aljazeera English, where it be say people talk say in knock himself for grant olule for waiting it be say he talk and how he use respond to in question. So we will look at that conversation. I mean, if you never join our other live ABC we don't do before, there we give breakdown of all the matter them where they share for inside Nigeria. So please don't put me through that again so that we don't do another breakdown because you don't already hear all the things that they share already for that. I don't give on headlines there already. So the reason for this live was to just break down some of those things and we say Daniel Bwala talk for inside the interview. And you know, good day good if I don't bring on those details. So Daniel Bwala don't respond and react to the conversation. And I just have been not given us some of the reactions we be saying give for the conversation. Remember, say I tell you earlier, people dig out a message, a tweet, we say a tweet sometime in 2024 when it talks say only only Mehdi Hassan on the planet. That is for this whole world over there inside like this that I find ruthless in demolishing Piers Morgan's manipulating journalism. Now, that guy is terrific. He's a terrific debater, sweetless flow of thoughts, deadly fact checker, mastery of rhymes, deep knowledge of issues. His book, How to Win Every Argument, is a bomb. That's what you talk. Now, this same person now he don't come respond to the interview wey be say he with the guy and he don't talk. So he called the guy say in interview style na opposition interview style. People come dey say excuse me, opposition interview journalism. How did he become an opposition? Because he said something you do not like, because he fact checked your own records. And by the way, some of those fact checks now waiting ABC will look into this evening. Some of those things where ABC Medi has an talk about the statistics of things that happen for inside Nigeria and all that. Those are part of the things that ABC will break down for inside this conversation this evening. In case you don't know, I tell on earlier today, say Boko Haram attack Abina ISWAP attack Borno State. If you see the killing for inside Borno State, you go cry for Nigeria. You go if you see the way people just did for grant. But make I just show you, make I show you the sound. Make you just hear the sound because here for this image, I know go see pictures. But make I play the sound of the way they shoot like saying I walk from. Now, all that gunshots will be say just to hear, all this fire way they hear. No mistake, no be war front. This no be movie scene either. Now attack for inside Konduga village, Konduga town. Konduga now a town and local government area for inside Borno State, situated on the north bank of the Ngada River. It is located near the state capital, Maiduguri. Near Maiduguri, now these fireworks of gunshots, they happen like this. These two way they hear. Not be anything, not be saying we there on a wall. No. So when they tell you, say more people they die for inside Nigeria, more than countries waiting for active war, not be lie. So that statistics, so if you say Mehdi Hassan give Oga Bwala, where be say they deny, say not be true. You cannot refute it except them bring their own counter facts and statistics to use proverb. These are the kind of fireworks, the kind of gunshots. See, if I show you, I cannot show you the images. How Ibise Boko Haram use, almost they use people, human beings head, they play ball. This is not a joke. If you see the way they severed head, they cut people head, throw away, keep them. So they even cross, they push some of them with leg, they pass. Human beings for inside Nigeria. We are not at war. We not be Iran right now. As I speak to you right now, we know they for Gaza. As I talk to you right now, we know they for Afghanistan. In fact, Afghanistan better said. We know even they for Russia, abi Ukraine. Oh. These are the kind of things where they happen for inside Nigeria. And somebody gives you the statistics of death for inside your country, it will refute them. And let me also let you know that most of the statistics we hear, according to people when they do report, most of them are underreported because a number of some of these incidents and WBCD indeed happened for Nigeria, they reported, they show for the news. So the ones that we don't hear, not even reach the level of the ones that they happen, according to waiting people they talk. Where you see these fireworks of gunshots, now where it be say with the dispute and contest what's in they happen. And if you see the gory images of children, soldiers, mothers, where it be say they kill them, lie down for ground, they push them, they pass. This just happened yesterday. Just yesterday. Now this one happen. Now you go see incidents like this, and you go tell us that the country did better. Come on. Can we just stop playing politics? Because at the end of the day, now human beings we talk about. When they talk about animal, when they talk about birds or ants, when they talk about real human beings with souls inside them, now they die like this, they waste. And you make this kind of mouth. But let's go straight to that Daniel Bwala's reaction because that's what I want us to touch on so that I will not take too much time so much of the time this evening. But it's important that we look at every single thing we be saying talk so that we go fit to respond to the things and we talk one at a time. So here he said press statements. Now, in the last 24 hours, social media has exploded over my interview with Mehdi Hassan. Albeit, I think I should just get his post directly, so I'll just read it directly from his, so that nobody go back and forth with that. So yes, so he said, in the last 24 hours, social media has exploded over my interview with Mehdi Hassan, albeit with varied options. Let me set the record straight. Now, when I signed on to the privileged job granted to me by President Tinubu, or Mr. Tinubu, as he said, excuse me, I was well aware of its implications. Selling ice cream, looking fine, and seeking the praises of men were never part of it. Now, some of the fiercest critics of my interview cannot even stand local TV anchors. Say some of the people we criticize and pass no go even stand interview with local TV. So even those of us who live for there, and I don't call local TV, when you will not even let us talk. Then the person go to interview you, go to shout at them. Isn't that what you do to them in Arise Television? They go to talk, you go to shout, they bring over excitement, they bring data and way be say no add up. Now what's they do them now? Person don't bring over counter data now counter you. You lose guard. Come on, okay. Well, let's move further. Then it says, but the task of promoting and defending the president and his administration is what I do with ease and joy. I am prepared to appear before any interview. I am prepared to appear before any interviewer anywhere in the world and any day and any time to defend this government and its policies. I have never and will never subscribe to docking or dodging interviews on matters that concern promoting and defending the administration I was appointed to serve. It is the least of what is required of me. Now, Head to Head contacted me requesting an interview, stating that they wanted to challenge our government on security, the economy, and corruption. Nowhere in our almost 6 months of communication did they mention that they were going to challenge my past. If that had been their plan, ethically and professionally, they were supposed to inform me so I could prepare my response. But that's okay. Ethically, that is on them, not on me. No, sir. Then, well, sir, with all due respect, it's not on you, on them. It is not. As a matter of fact, that thing where interviewers they do what they tell you what they want to interview you about, give you leading questions or give you questions ahead. That is actually very wrong. That is actually very, very wrong. If someone seeks indeed the real truth about a matter, they are not supposed to give you heads on for crying out loud. You defend an administration. You should know at the palm of your hands, or be at the tip of your fingers, the things and way be say the administration don't do. The things about that administration, how it don't better the lives of your people. You're not supposed to be pre-informed for you to prepare on how you counter the truth that you know about the administration you defend. Come on. Come on. Oh, so you were even giving questions ahead of time. Oh, that's what you do when they take you to Arise and channels and other places. They tell you what the question, what the interview would look like ahead and give you questions ahead, else you will not appear. And that's why we are the way we are now. Because I do not think it's actually ethical, journalistically speaking, if I have to say that you're giving a leading question. Yes, you may be giving a line of conversation. Oh, I want to interview you around your functions or your duties as a spokesperson of the president. And once they tell you that one, you're supposed to say, as person when they speak for the president, you're speaking on behalf of the president. That means questions will be asked you around the economy, the economic policies of the president, the work of the president so far, what he don't do so far, how he done better Nigerians' life, how has he fulfilled his election promises, all of those things. So those are part of the things you should be asked. And if you had at any point countered his election promises or countered the administration of the person in power, they should also ask you questions around it, because it is well within the line to ask you those questions. Because I mean, these questions speak to the function, the effectiveness of the person waiting on duty. Because the things you say talk about the character and the effectiveness and the quality of the person waiting on duty and how you go fit playing role. And because you get to do with that, they should ask you questions around that. So saying that it is on them for not telling you and then asking you like that, then bamboozle you, then take you unawares. Come on. Come on. Okay. Moving on. He now says, I refuse to swallow the pill of Mehdi's opposition research style journalism. God in heaven. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. So Mehdi Hassan is now an opposition, and his style of journalism, he's no longer the guy whom you just praised in the other message I just printed now. He's no longer the guy who's so good, who's so accurate, who takes it on, who is a great debater and a great interviewer. He's no longer. He's now an opposition styled journalist. Ew, chim. Okay, let's go back to the message. Okay, so he said, I refuse to swallow the pill of Mehdi's opposition research style journalism. And even today, if you carefully compare what he reads as quotes from organizations and groups, you will see that many were inaccurate and some were outrightly fake news. But I will leave that for another day. Dear Mr. Bwala, most of the things he said, and I dare you all, are not fake news. As a matter of fact, people argue in Nigeria that there are lots more of some, lot more numbers than research and statistics actually exhibit, as it were. That there are a lot more numbers. There are quite much more numbers. Even our own National Bureau of Statistics, nobody then come and tell us how much you don't make. How many trillion naira don't enter inside ransom? That was just within 1 year of President Tinubu's administration, just within 1 year in review. Where make them call the Oga National Bureau of Statistics Statistician General at that time? You don't remember that, you remember this and what they tell you now. So no, what they're saying is not wrong. And since that time, National Bureau of Statistics don't mellow down. They need to give us statistics of killings, deaths, kidnappings again. They don't calm down. We haven't seen so much numbers about killings and all of those things again. Since after that one raised a lot of you know what National Bureau of Statistics mentioned during that time. So you know what we're talking about. Well, further speaking, he says, as for what I said about President Tinubu in the past, okay. In the past, I am glad those were things I said when I was in opposition, saddled with such zeal. So is this to say that every single opposition person in Nigeria are lying about what they lie about their stand and how they query every political party in power? One, does it mean that since you lied about the things you said while opposing Tinubu, could it also be that our president Tinubu also lied about the things he said while opposing Jonathan? Especially because most of the things you oppose Jonathan for now, would they see and they happen for your administration, and he's barely tackled them. So is it safe to say that he also lied about the things that were said about Jonathan's administration? Is it also safe to say that everybody generally we don't tackle any administration, all of them lie? Is this what's like? Is this the style of politics we play in Nigeria, where we only lie about figures, about criticizing others just because just for the fun of it, because we're opposition? We just have to lie. That's exactly what the statement proves. But I'm coming back to it. We'll get back to that. Now, he said, it is all politics. Half of Donald Trump's cabinet is made up of people who once spoke against him. And quite a number of people in our own cabinet also spoke against President Tinubu in the past. Those things do not bother him if you care to know. And I appreciate the fact that our president is the way he is, that he works with people who had once spoken ill of him and all that. That shows how big his heart is. But that's notwithstanding. We're talking about you, your own character, the quality of your character. Do you understand? Moving further, he now says the majority of the naysayers are members of the opposition, ADC, obedience, and P2B. In fact, I feel like this is obedience he was just pointing at because he dare not speak about Atiku Abubakar, who was his former principal. He no go talk about Atiku Abubakar. So obviously he was talking about obedience and P2B in this paragraph of the conversation. So if you have seen that paragraph of the conversation, it's obvious that it's most likely that he was talking about Peter Obi. Let me just quickly post that part of the paragraph so that you'd see what I'm talking about. Make I know they talk like a hair, so that I go see them. So he say as for okay, all right. So let's just get back to it very quickly. So here we go. So yeah, going back to it, he said, "I have never." Okay, okay. I refuse to swallow. Okay. I refuse to swallow the pill of media supposition. I think I got to this point. As for what I said about the president, he said, okay, so he said the majority of naysayers are members of the opposition and their sympathizers. So Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Amecho, El-Rufai, and people wey dey sympathetic to them. Na the people wey oppose am. No good thinking Nigerian oppose wetin him do or think say he embarrass our country. And he further says, and wait, there were three people in the panel yesterday with you, in that interview with you yesterday, and all three of them were Yorubas, and only one will be the APC 9, perhaps support wetin you talk. So the other two, they follow for obedience and oppositions where they against you, just like the presenter himself was also against you. I think that's what I understand by this, Abi. Okay. Now moving on, he said, if okay, yeah, the majority are were naysayers. It does not bother me one bit, but it does bother you. That's why you're responding to it. I'm sorry to say it does bother you, obviously. Their temporary excitement over the interview has not lasted and will not last because it does not take away their obvious problem of lack of vision in conducting and managing a political party. So, wetin you dey try talk now na say because of say P2B no fit solve the problem for Labour Party, so now wetin make it they give am the upper cut in your head now. That is exactly because that's what this page says. That's their temporary excitement, the obedience and the supporters of P2B and the opposition, their excitement over the interview has not lasted and will not last, but it's lingering. And then he said, because it does not take away their obvious problem of lack of vision, meaning that the people will be say they do this one to you, then they lack vision. And they no get better mission in conducting and managing a political party. You further said that yet they seek to manage Nigeria. Clearly, they have no path to victory and no alternative policies or program for the Nigerian people. I blame opposition well for this, and I agree with you. They don't have an alternative. I agree with you because all the position joined together never present an alternative. Yes, I have heard P2B present an alternative, but the opposition as a body never present an alternative. And even one of them, Chibike Amechi, blamed them, say truly they need to give Nigerians an alternative, and they have failed to do so. So for this one, I give you thumbs up. You're very correct with it. And he further says, and if they do so, they can as well go head to head and be interrogated on that. As the saying in Hausa goes, Gafiliga Doki. I don't know what that means. And he said, I conclude by thanking the many Nigerians and non-Nigerians who sent in their commendations. So he was seeking for commendation over this interview, okay, over my brave defense of our government in an interview where the anchor would hardly let you answer a question unless it suited his narrative. Yeah, Mehdi Hassan. So you came with a narrative, and if people who come to an interview refuse to, tilt to your narrative, you give them a problem. You don't let them answer. What? Whoa, that's what he's saying here. He now says, I still have admiration and respect for Mehdi Hassan as arguably the best debater on the planet. I look forward to part 2 of the head-to-head interview, and I am glad that by then questions are about my past will no longer be news, so that we can focus on administration policies, programs, and what we have achieved so far. So let's look at those things he told you. What did he really tell you, and what did you counter? What did you even tell him that you have achieved so far? I wish I can play a bit of an excerpt of that interview, just to rewind ahead in our minds on what
people
he said.
do not.
Tinubu is not just super rich, it's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point, did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February. You
how
said,
how could I have known there was money?
It's a tragedy that I know your words better than you.
Right, so let me stop here. First of all, where did that money go? The question was not directed at what you said at the initial stage, because indeed there was a bullion van that everyone saw that went into the house and came out of the house. I mean, that's very obvious. It was everywhere in the news. So the question was on the personality of your president and your principal, rather, and not you. It was when you dodged it that he now reminded you that even you too had spoken about it. I hope you get this clear now. So yes, he did ask you about it and asked you, where did that money go? Hoping that now that you're now working with this person, you ought to have known, because I mean, that was an obvious thing that happened at that time. So where did the money go? When you said there was no money and all that, what about you talk him to now? Meaning that, I mean, to further, press on the issue that even you at once upon a time had admitted it. So I think that most of the things where you think saying attack on your person came from your obvious denial of some of the things we say they tell you. So while you were trying to dodge the questions, or perhaps be clever a little bit in answering the questions by attacking, because the very one way we say most Nigerian politicians they use, especially since I find out, I think one of the styles with the APC administration they use answer questions now by attacking the characters of the people where we say ask questions. So instead of you to answer questions, they say you're a thief. You say no, after all, Peter Obi is a thief. He's not a saint. What did he do in Anambra State? The question isn't about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not the reason for the question. I'm just giving an example. I don't say that that's what you do, but I mean that's the style of your interview. Now, what I will realize in today's present day APC leaders. So when they're asked questions or probed about their effectiveness and the administration, the first thing they do is they go about, okay, who is the saint? No, but so be say on a to do good, be say we're not as bad as others. I mean, the person you think that is good is not as good as you think he is. He's also as bad as we are. I don't know, because that's what it looks like. How would you be asked questions around insecurity? And he said that even in the US, people die. People die of terrorism in the US. How many have died of terrorism in the US? In the kind of numbers we see in Nigeria, they're telling you 11,000 in 2 years. And you're saying even in the US, people die. See the number of people who just died. So wait, for United States, terrorists go enter inside army camp, kill over 40 people, including soldiers, just like that. And it's happened anywhere in the US. Then kill children, go enter a village like Water, burn houses, kill people, over 300 people, and happens same in Kwara State, Woro community, and it happens, and you think it's easy. It's in the one example where will come to your head to answer questions like this around insecurity, that you just go ahead and blame that, oh, it also happens elsewhere. So that means to say that it doesn't matter. I mean, death is death. It happens everywhere. But let's go further and
know your words better than you do. There is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is the presidential candidate. You said that on February 17th on Channels Television 2023.
Thank you for notifying me.
So where did the money go from the bullion vans?
There was no money inside.
So why did you say there was?
I said there was no money inside.
But at the time you said he's the only person to have moved money in bullion vans.
When did I say that? What was the event in Nigeria?
Oh, so you were lying because it was an election campaign?
No, I never said that. I said, how can you prove that just because a bullion van goes into a person's house and comes out that there is money inside?
Maybe because people said it was vote buying by Tinubu. Tinubu himself said, I gave money to the people. You know he said that?
Yes, I also give money to people.
When you give money
myself.
to people would say that's vote buying. Politicians, rich politicians give poor people money.
No, he doesn't give money to people on election day, but he helps people.
But people at the time said it was vote buying. Do you agree with that?
Who are the people?
You said,
no, I never
ostensibly,
said that.
I can't believe you still keep walking into this. You said it was done ostensibly for vote buying. Do you agree with Daniel Bwala or not? Please don't lift up a glass of water. On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 22nd, 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put it on record, on my own honor. That's not what I said.
So far you've denied 2 things.
This one I said, that's not what I said.
Before you said it too.
Well,
let's just keep count.
Let me tell you what you do. You will have an idea of a phrase or a word in a sentence. They coin the other part of it to project what you want to push out.
I read the entire sentence to you.
No, but that's wrong.
No. Let's read it again.
Wrong.
On the eve of the presidential elections in Lagos, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on his premises located on 26 Borderland Street, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words. You can just say, I don't agree with what I said, then I was lying for political
I don't
purposes.
agree with what you said, yeah?
No, with what you said. In fact, in 2023, you said that he bought his election. Did he buy his election?
At the time, I thought. But when it was litigated in court, the court found out he didn't.
So you thought he was vote buying, and now you don't. You thought he bought his election, now you don't. In fact, you said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win, you said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
Arise News, March 2nd, 2023. I became so sick for the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
I'm sure you have a mistaken identity. I never said that.
You never said that you became sick.
Why would I not eat? Win, lose, or draw, you eat your food and go to bed.
I'm going to spend a lot of time enjoying social media after this show is done and aired.
You're welcome.
Let's turn to our panel, who are waiting patiently once again. I'm joined by Anu Adeoye, a journalist for the Financial Times who's covered Nigeria. Anu, we've talked a lot about President Tinubu and the allegations of corruption, including from Daniel Bwala, which he's now pretending he didn't make. Allegedly, okay. You recently described him as a wily political tactician. How does he wield power? Daniel and others have accused him of vote buying in the past. How does he wield power in your view?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to understand the context of Nigerian politics, right? And this isn't specifically about Daniel, because he used to be in the opposition, now he works for the president in the APC.
Well, he used to be in the APC, then he was in the opposition, now he's back in the APC, and he doesn't remember anything he said when he was in the opposition.
And I think the crucial context here is Nigerian politics is ideology-free.
Yes.
Right? There's no left or right, as it were. It's mostly, unfortunately, about, people call it stomach infrastructure in Nigeria, and self-interest. And ultimately, if you're someone like the president who, for all his many faults, I think is someone who sees Nigerian politicians for what they are. They are self-interested people. And if you can tap into that, it's very, very easy to get people to come on side. I have a question for Daniel, right? Like, what made you from saying all of those things that you now disavow? What was the grand vision that made you decide, I want to work for this guy?
First of all, I left him after the primaries because he made a choice of a Muslim ticket. And I thought at the time that would be injurious to the interests of the Christian minorities. I made that decision. And I campaigned against him. And after the election, for the next 1 year, I was critiquing policies of the president. But I saw from January right up to December how this president patiently introduced policies and continued to engage Nigerians across all platforms in a bid to push Nigeria forward. I became impressive about it, and I made a choice to do that. Just in the same way that Mehdi Hassan has worked with BBC, I worked with Sky News, then with MSNBC, and then back to Seteo. Evolution of people's life.
The worst analogy
Evolution
I've
of people's
ever
life.
heard in 14 years of doing head-to-head. What are you talking about? Somebody changing their job from one company to another is not the same as you saying he's a corrupt man who created a militia, bought an election, and now I work for him, and I only said that stuff because it was the opposition.
All of the things you said, you couldn't substantiate them.
I substantiated all of it.
No, you have not.
Let's go to Aisha Osori from the Open Society Foundations. Aisha, in 2023, on the eve of the presidential elections, you wrote an article calling Nigeria a competitive authoritarian state that barely qualifies as a democracy. What do you mean by that, and what role has President Tinubu played in making that better or worse?
Well, he's done nothing to make it better. Definitely, our democracy is a lot worse off in 2026 than it was in 2023.
How so?
Well, for one thing, we had a stronger opposition in 2015 when the APC came in, but thanks to President Buhari and now President Tinubu, we have 30 out of 36 states are now APC, which is not necessarily a good thing because that means we have no opposition. PDP, the People's Democratic Party, has been virtually destroyed. The Labour Party has been destroyed. We literally have no political parties anymore. Another thing that we don't have is any separation of powers between the legislature and the judiciary.
Tunde Doherty is here, the UK chairman of the All Progressives Congress Party, the president's party. Aisha says that your party is turning Nigeria basically into a one-party state.
I disagree with her. I want people to know something about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before the man comes to government, he was an accountant. He has a very high-paying job. He was working with Mobile before he became
and who did he work
to
for
politics.
Before Mobile? He said he worked for Deloitte.
Yes.
He made a lot of money from Deloitte, he said.
Yes.
Deloitte says they have no record of him ever working for them.
If you know him, before he came to politics, he's such a very generous, very rich man. Before he came into politics,
Deloitte say they have no record of him working?
You remember he was a senator.
Tunde, why does Deloitte say they have no record of the man working for them?
That is not the right thing, because there are oppositions working against to bring demand down. But I can tell you,
Deloitte is part of the Nigerian opposition.
No, you can't, because all of these things emanate from the opposition point of view to bring demand down. But they have forgotten this man is the symbol of Nigerian democracy that we have today. He fought the military to the standstill during a Adeko period.
Excuse me. So the same military we here say fight, and the same military way fight. So you see people like Atiku Bagudu when they use here, the Shagri brothers when they use here, were strong allies of Abacha. Person where be say President Tinubu fight, and these are the same people that are his strong allies today. Where be say the Chagris they get a contract that was not bidded for. That they just get contracts. How would you fight people and then the persons or the person, I mean the person where you fight, strong ally, people where help and carry money, now people where the administration today. That now waiting a lot of people they talk. And there are other insinuations a lot of people have also made about this fighting of, I mean Shawari, you don't hear Shawari and other people talk about him fighting for this same democracy. Where people don't talk, say, has he acted like somebody who also fought for democracy by allowing people to protest and allowing dissent voices to thrive in the country? At least make them talk, make their voice they heard, even if they won't have their way. But
sure that there's no politician in Nigeria today that will say he did not have a Tinubu.
It's a lie. There are lots of politicians who never had a Tinubu touch. That's not true. It is in Lagos State today, today's Lagos State, that they can say no politician will be say they will let come up when no get Tinubu touch. That means everybody will occupy a position for Lagos State and perhaps some part of Southwest must have a touch of Tinubu. The ones who don't get a Tinubu touch, they don't go let them come up. Not because of say they don't go fit come up or they don't get the capacity to come up, but because they won't be given the opportunity. That's what people are saying, and you know it. But don't say that everywhere for Nigeria, no politician in Nigeria, including Atiku Abubakar, including Obasanjo, because they're all politicians. There is no politician in Nigeria that never had a Tinubu touch. Come on, man, please, sir. Please.
A Tinubu tonic in his political stability in Nigeria. He fought the military to the standstill during a Adeko period. He made sure that there's no politician in Nigeria today that will say he did not have a Tinubu tonic in his political stability in Nigeria.
Before we go to the audience, I've been waiting patiently.
As a fact check, Deloitte denied that they said he never worked for them. Go ahead.
Okay. You have said in the past, I don't even know why I'm bothering, that when was this man born? We don't know where he was born. He doesn't tell us anything. You complained about this. Now you work for him. Has he told you his birthday?
If you don't know when someone was born, first of all, he must have been born before me. I guess you know that. And secondly, my not knowing when he was born, does that have a consequential effect on his birth?
You said it did at the time when you raised it as an issue.
Does it have a consequential effect on his birth?
And do you now know where he was born?
I don't know.
Still? Okay. Let's go to our patient audience.
All right. So, talking about when he was born and all that was part of what you worked for Atiku Abubakar during the election. And apart from waiting Atiku, the man, other people then carried for head at that time, where they were querying about the background of the president, where from come, waiting be in real background and all that. And a lot of people worried about that. And a lot of people don't also talk and see till today. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu remains the only president of Nigeria where EBC will not still they sure of in background, at least in real mama and papa, in brothers and sisters, in real life, in primary school where you attend, in secondary school where you attend, the people then will follow. I mean, when President Buhari's school SAT was questionable. I was being questioned. You come out with pictures of people we be saying go secondary school with at that time, and we could see that their peers. But people have been waiting for our revered President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come up with such pictures and all that. There was once he had come with a particular school that then he come with the one where they come go see after the Chicago document. So they say in a government college and they find that say the school was established years after he graduated, so stuff like that. So when people query for that, it's not because people are trying to, or people are not saying that the president is old enough, just like you said, he must have been born before I was born. No, that's not it. It's because it is important for us to know the background of the person who's leading us. And that's why you queried. That's why you had queried at that time. You asked at that time. And others too have also asked because of that. Because I mean, everybody we don't lead us. We all know their background one way or the other to an extent. Okay, even if we don't know their mama and papa, their brother and sister, which is a bit irrelevant. But let's at least get to know their background, which schools they attend. We've had people come to tell us that he was a genius and that's why he got into university, was homeschooled, and he got into university from home. We've got different, issues with BC we don't hear, and different analysis. See, people when they put mouth for talk for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, dear President Tinubu, please do better with the people who work for you, because in their and what I don't want to say overzealousness in trying to sound very smart, to feel say they go fit just wow people and then whisk people with smart answer when they neither here nor there. They make people worry more about you. I don't know whether you get my point. So in their bid to try to sound very politically correct and smart, they actually ruin your name the more, perhaps make people get more curious to know about you. There are ways you would answer questions that people will not say actually is inconsequential. But this trying to be very clever when it's no, is not being clever enough. It's not, it doesn't add up. Now, some of those questions we'll be saying ask. I told you yesterday that even Aljazeera themselves did a fact check about the things he responded to and posted it on their Twitter handle. Now they posted it on their
Tinubu
YouTube.
never created a militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his
has helped in
people
strengthening
created a
democracy.
militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in Nigeria.
Tinubu and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership
I'll ask a third
skills
time.
into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias. That's
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we're seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point. Did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 22nd, 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want.
All right. Okay. So there you go. That's our president's spokesperson. These are the things that we say play out. Now, touching on some of the things we say don't happen to Nigeria, I think we'll start with some statistics around what did they call them? security or insecurity, as it were, for inside the country, because a lot of things we be say. Oh dear, I'm trying to get you a link so that you can join us live. I'll do that later on. So trying to look at some things we say don't happen inside the country concerning security. And I feel say some of those statistics that we say we even call or we real out to you, not even the excuse me, accurate enough. Because if you look at the statistics, especially between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration, and this administration, of course we can see the increase in the number of people who don't die. Let's perhaps just take a little bit. Oh, before we even go to that, did I not tell you that? By the way, I wish I would get that. Let me see if I can get that. I can't get it. Did you know that the father of the immediate deputy governor, I told you yesterday, the father, I think it was today, I think yesterday, the father of the immediate deputy governor or immediate past deputy governor of the Ebonyi state was killed in kidnappers den. He was kidnapped and he died there. And just this evening, I'm trying to see if I have that video. This afternoon, they tried to carry him body exactly. I think I've got it now. They tried to carry him body, come up from the forest when they be say, then don't kill him. And just to let you know, that person will be, that is David Umahi's deputy governor. That's the person I'm talking about. He served as deputy governor of Ebonyi State during David Umahi's administration. For 8 years of Umahi's administration, he was the deputy governor of the state. And his father was kidnapped and died in kidnappers den. But that's not just it. He is also the chairman of Tinubu's Renewed Hope initiative in the states. Do you get the point? So if person would be the papa of the person where they do Renewed Hope for President Tinubu, papa, they feel kidnapper. He died for kidnappers then. In fact, we even hear whether they after paying ransom or something like that. I can't tell, so I'm not blamed. You know, if after then he can be killed, then who else is safe in the country? This is exactly what people are saying. So this is why it is hurtful for people to come out and say that, oh, the country is actually safer now than it ever was. The immediate past deputy governor of Ebonyi State, Barrister Eric Kelechi Igwe, he was recently appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to a leadership role inside the Renewed Hope movement for inside Ebonyi State. So President Tinubu appointed him, I think sometime in December, I think December 2nd or thereabouts was when he appointed him. And then I think it was December, it was thereabouts, I can't tell. But it was a recent thing, not more than 6 months thereabouts. And then his father dies in kidnappers den. For the administration where be say in they won't do campaign for, we won't protect, say renewed hope, they will renew our hope. Has his father's hope been renewed? Has his own hope been renewed? We do know that this insecurity, not be President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Kosan. But what we're saying is that he can do a lot more. As person we don't swear to protect our lives and property, saying that the work we could do, he can do a lot more in ensuring our safety. That now waiting people they talk. You swear the oaths. You talk, say make we not pity you. Dear president, he said you took up this job, that we should not feel sorry for you. But a lot of us they even feel sorry for you because we know say not be you Kosam. He said, make we not feel sorry for you. Say you're ready to do the work. That it is a work he signed up for. See a video of the father. This did not show So that's it. So that's it. That's the father, the body of the father of the former deputy governor. Person will be President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Renewed Hope Initiative movement head for inside the Ebonyi State. Now in Papa, now kidnappers and kill like that. And we're still here pretending to ourselves. If we're not truthful about the things when they happen to us, how will you find solution? Shebina, a great scholar, we say the first step of the solution be the first solution to a problem, and realizing that the problem even exists. Realizing a problem that the first step of achieving a solution to the problem. So how can we achieve a solution to this problem when we lie to ourselves about the problem? That's now waiting people to talk. Now talking about the deaths or the numerous or plenty deaths we see don't happen under this administration. As I said earlier, nobody blames President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the deaths because it didn't start with him, it didn't begin with him. So we can't blame him. But in terms of the fact that coming to tell people that, oh, the figures are now less, oh, please. If you add the attack ABC happened for Borno State early yesterday, where terrorists killed a lieutenant colonel and about 40 others, plus the attack for inside Benue State and all of that, you go see the number of people who ABC don't die. Now, recent injury, the recent security report, Karam say about, I think, it indicates say severe escalation for inside terrorism, terrorism activities don't do for Nigeria, particularly for Borno State, Kwara State, and other, northwestern states. Middle belt states, excuse me, for inside attacks recently. Borno, for inside Konduga Minok village, between March 5 to 6, ISWAP terrorists launched coordinated attack, killing over 40 Nigerian soldiers, including a lieutenant colonel, Iliasu, commanding the 222 battalion and burning military bases. For inside Benue State, after that, just early, 20 people were killed. Headsmen, suspected headsmen, killed 20 people. Just after the Borno incident, headsmen killed 20 people. Now, because of the massacre we happened for Borno, people never even talk about the Benue own. 20 human beings were killed in Benue State. For inside Mbav community, for Turan, with many others still missing and kidnapped. For inside Kwara State, simultaneous attack also happened. For the Isanlu Isin road, they kidnapped over 10 people. And this just happened within the past 2 days. Oh, now they talk about like this. Oh, now don't get this number of attack. Oh, these are the ones who they reported. Oh, we'll never know the ones who will never report. And National Human Rights Commission be don't complain. Say over 600 and something people lives now we don't lose to insecurity for Nigeria. And over 2 trillion. National Human Rights Commission, no, Nigeria. Say over 2 trillion now don't pay in ransom. In 1 year period, over 2 trillion naira. How do you now say that Mehdi Hassan is an opposition political party, a opposition interviewer? How is he an opposition interviewer with all these facts we say bring for your remote? I don't understand how person will be opposition interviewer. Make we even look at some things that happened from, let's start with Jonathan's administration, because during Jonathan, there was rise, of course, of Boko Haram, Chibok schoolgirls abduction, what happened for 2014, we gradually expand to insurgency for inside the Northeast. It was just Northeast. And I think if you look at the deaths we happened there, if you look at, so it shows say, and about 34,943 deaths now occurred during the entire 6 years of Jonathan's administration. And this, they attributed to insecurity between that 2011 to 2015 period. We'll be saying there. Primarily, most of it now for Northeast. Boko Haram insurgency now then caused most of these incidences. Now we'll go to President Muhammad Buhari administration, and there now begin to see the surge of bandits and banditry attacks, the herdsmen attacks killing a lot of people. We see them. And continued with the Boko Haram, then they can't get branch ISWAP. Now that they can't begin increase in numbers. That's not part of the things that we say happen. Some people say about 59 points. Some people say about 600 something people 9 die. Some people say about 59 people 9 die between 2015 and 2023 of President Muhammad Buhari administration. Meaning, say the number of deaths climbed by over 300%, and the number of attacks alone will happen. Attacks alone have over 12,665 attacks. Now it happened between 2015 and 2022. The number of attacks, according to Business Day. Excuse me. Then we come to this administration where we're inside now. It can't be like say the thing don't they shift ground, don't they go mostly to North Central and Northeast, and also North, the entire Northwest, Southwest areas. It don't they expand. Between 2025 and 2026, everything don't they expand. In 1 year, 2024 to 2025, SBM intelligence reports say 4,722 people now they kidnapped for July. Between July 2024 and June 2025, with 2.56 billion naira in ransom, transaction. 2026, as of early March 2026, we don't hear say it don't even increase well. We don't get like a total of 614,000 people. We don't die totally for inside the administration. So nobody's lying. These statistics them being in the open. So I don't know why when things like this happen, our politicians are easy or quick to make it look like, oh, they are painting us that saying that things are bad because they're painting, they want to paint us. But no, I don't think that's correct. I do not personally believe that anybody hates the administration. When people they complain about this death, we're just worried. We just want to be safe. And we want us to live to be politically correct and attend to the job of securing Nigerians. Can we forget about just, the perception, the public perception, how people perceive us, whether people see us as people we don't feel or people see us as people who be their job? Can we forget about the public perception and focus on getting the job done? If we need external help to get the job done, let's get it done. Jonathan did seek for external help and he yielded results reasonably before your administration end and before Oga Buhari can cancel that initiative. He did get results. And that is to say that if it means that we need help, external help to help us secure Nigerians, we should seek it. And the good thing is that we don't get bilateral agreements with both Tokyo, both USO, and we'll pray that this bilateral agreement work for us so that people could be safe for Nigeria. Well, Nigeria's phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation while I just play a few more videos of things ABC happened today because Peter Obi officially got his ADC card today, or ADC membership card today, and he had quite a lot to say while ABC the taking card, plus other things that ABC don't happen. I did tell you that the wives of the suspected coup plotters were the wives of the suspected coup plotters, they arrest them. Sorry, the campaign say they won't see their husbands. Then say even during military regime, people will be see they say they be coup plotters. They allow their families see them. So why not give these people access to their families to see their families? That are some of the complaints that we be say they make. Make a play where the Jade and Shore we they defend these women and their right to see their family members. Take a listen.
They cannot see their lawyer. This is not democracy. Even under the military regime, never happened. Coup plotters were allowed to meet their families under the military regime. So under a so-called democracy, why will we not allow them to have access to visitation rights of counsel, visitation rights of family members? This is a democracy, for God's sake, Mr. President. Please, Mr. President, allow members of these families to meet with their detained husbands, fathers, children, and also allow them to meet their lawyers, except if there is no coup at all. And this is just a way of fear-mongering and victimizing people. But if truly there's a coup and there's any shred of evidence, allow them access to their family members. They've not been able to see any of their relatives in 5 months. They've not been able to see lawyer. They are just with their accusers and their interrogators. That alone is torture. It can make anybody admit to committing a crime when not.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, which fuel price they come down? Okay, calm down. Which fuel price? Fuel price we don't reach almost 1,000 in 4 days. In how many days now? NNPC don't increase fuel price how many times? Oh, please. Well, we hear what in say at the end you get to talk about that. During military regime, people were even allowed to see their family members. Before we go for that, make I show you what in Nigerian youths to be the same. Made them shame to America, be down to America. All right, so that your northern youths, when you say them being the protest against Iran attack, and they shame America, they shame Israel, they shame people. They will be say the place Iran and America. Iran, where it be say they did today. So I did tell you that Peter Obi officially took his membership card today. He did speak a bit tough, but maybe we just hear what they get stuff. People say, well, they like this version of Peter Obi talking tough, but how far the tough talking will go? Take a listen to it.
Because it's wrong. They should focus on conducting the election. You don't go into to tell a team how they prepare their players. Your job as a referee is when they come to the field, you do your work as a referee. They're not choosing to abandon their work as a referee and be going to teams to choose their players. Our brothers will select their team. We will challenge it. Because this destruction of democracy must stop. Those who yesterday were preaching that Democrats have become the worst dictators. This is the worst time this government is Nigeria is going through. We've never seen this.
All right, so he did say, oh, did I also tell you earlier that including Oga Femi Falana, he condemned in its entirety some of the things where BC this administration they do, especially in terms of our economy. Where he talks, nobody talks say we no get money anywhere. Anybody who talks in Nigeria no get money. Say that lie that person they like. I feel like make you listen to him. I would have played the video, but unfortunately I can't get a number. Let me just play his voice so you can hear what he said. He did say that anybody who talks, I mean, why would people say that our country does not have what it takes to do what it will be so supposed to? So we get all the money, but now mismanagement. Listen to him.
And there's no money security of our country. Let nobody deceive us. And there's no money to take care of the security of our country. Let nobody deceive us. And there's no money to abolish poverty in our country. As we are gathered here, the Senate has been presented with a report by a firm of auditors that the sum of 210 trillion naira. You hear me? Yes, sir. 210 trillion naira has been criminally diverted. Yes. At the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited. That report must not be. That report must not be. We therefore demand the immediate recovery of the money, so that money is paid into the Federation account to take care of the immediate problems confronting our people. Comrades and friends. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whereas the federal government claimed that subsidy has been removed, we are now being told again that trillions of naira have been gouged by fuel subsidy. Another point, just the last figure from them. We're not manufacturing figures, we're taking these figures from them. It has now been disclosed again that 17.1 trillion has been spent on fuel subsidy and maintenance of pipelines.
Okay, so you hear him. So this is Femi Falana stating that Nigerian government, as even as it commode subsidy reach, will still they pay subsidy. I mean, not be the first time we don't hear this one before. At some point, there was drama on the language we use. Some saying a shortfall, some saying a differentials, in prices. Anyhow, we take look, I'm subsidy now when you be say, waiting you buy. The amount where you buy them and the amount where it will cost you from buying to transporting to landing and what you sell them to your people they different. Meaning say if you add everything together, you sell them lesser to your people. That means you're subsidizing it one way or the other. But the government has said it would remove subsidy, right? And now part of the bold decisions we will take. Even the things where we say government tell us they will use the subsidy money do, they no do them. The president had said during his campaign that when we come out the subsidy, we will put them into education, we will put them into healthcare, we will put them into other places. The education itself, did they get more money? Rather, immediately the president come into government, it wasn't even up to 4 months or thereabouts. They increased the tuition fee of most tertiary institutions in Nigeria. In case you people do not know, the now fund they're taking money for now and they're giving them a student loan and all that. Education fee don't increase. A situation where some school fees increase from about 19,000 naira to about 200,000 naira. In case you do not know, education fee don't increase for Nigeria. So if now government will be say the money will they pay for subsidy, suppose and do something, why remove subsidy gradually or try to remove subsidy from education? You also increase education now, don't they increased? What did they call them? Electricity don't they increased? So waiting exactly Nigerians will do. waiting exactly what they go do. That not the question. And then this is the government who tell us say, oh, their policies they good and they don't do so well for us. Then Ebola, maybe Hassan don't even remember some things we supposed to add inside that thing. Because it will say remember some of these ones they join now. And can't remember, say, there was one thing I looked at in that interview. I think I'll look at it tomorrow. And I feel very embarrassed. I tried to get that caught and we'll look at it. When he said the Federal Republic of Nigeria as Supreme Court don't sit over them. That is the issue of result and all that. And say they don't find that, they don't judge them, so it don't happen. A case where be say is still they pending for inside the United States. Now a Nigerian court, now you don't sit down over them. What did it be say it mean to us and say they make it look like say we can achieve what we cannot achieve in international courts, we can achieve in a Nigerian courts. That's not the body language interpretation would they give people. And waiting that one they speak to our judicial system for Nigeria. That's not the question where people go and get answers to. Well, phone lines are open. I don't plan to waste your time. Kindly like and share this post. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate you. Kindly like, share, subscribe to this platform if you've not done so. We'll be looking forward to you subscribing. Please click on the subscription button. Now, free of charge. You need to pay money, don't vex. It is free. Kindly subscribe, like, and share this post. And yes, phone lines are open for you to call in 0817 029 4077. That's the number to calling. 0817-029-4077, or you click on the link where they by the pinned post. That link will bring you straight into the studio to join us inside the studio so that you could fit get your own say for the matter of which we talk about. Robinson, Imbre.
Man, on my side,
on my inside the day like this.
Man, no be small thing, honestly, man. Even yesterday, I just don't want to contribute to this Bwala matter. Even yesterday when I talk, now later I come begin go back, go watch all the whole thing. Honestly, I just feel so disturbed, not being a Nigerian, born there, but I just leave the whole thing, say, if God want to expose somebody, doing him, now so God is one. So God just push him go that public place so that he could just make fool of himself. So everybody go know. But I even say I think there was somebody who they tell me say the guy even get PhD in law. I said now person get PhD now they behave like that. Somebody like say now just journalists so they ask a simple question we could just answer. Even though say we agree, being in a position say if you talk anything against somebody, just like a Renault, case. And you say, okay, this thing why I do, I talk am. And some those figures where the guy they tell him, so it's about accept say now true than they talk. So
but we're
be
working
saying,
on it, and that's why we're working sleeplessly to make sure that it stops. In fact, even if you be say accept and blame them on the opposition, so you see, it is some dissenting voices, some oppositions who do not want to see this administration succeed. Now then they cause the chaos. Now then don't go they sponsor insecurity. Something shall blame them on somebody. Just do something.
So even yesterday, as I've been talking, I thought say I've been suggest about this Obi thing. Maybe not like say now Obi now be one of the board members for that Aljazeera. I mean he go because now when I've been talking yesterday. I don't say go put blame for that Obi matter. I say they don't set her up.
You don't blame Obi sharp.
Go accept for that interview. Obi know they are aware. You see, one thing is that if they watch politics today or whatever, on Aljazeera, those guys, these guys are very eloquent, like they be experts in the field. Just that the way they vex me be say, the way these guys they take look on Nigerian, journalists. Now that one they vex me pass. You understand? Because these guys are not different from Nigerian journalists. Now the same thing what all journalists they do, all professionals. But then they feel say as politicians they can just shut that. Like sometimes I they even see even the last incident between him and Rufai. Rufai they try to give him facts and figures just like what this guy was doing. But Bwala go they try to shut him down. Like say
So they do Nigerian politicians now. Rather instead of him to shut the guy down, rather the guy they shut him. The guy not even let him.
Yeah, because say no get power for outside now. No be now local champion and be. The only one that say our people now they feel all this one because they feel say police everything they aside. So if you want to talk too much, our people they be fair to even ask them relevant questions. Not be say our journalists they don't feel ask them all those tough questions. But them say if you begin to give all those figures, if you begin to give all those figures, you go like say you against the government, and that's the issue where all these guys they get. They not say because now the same Bwala talk say if you join APC say your brain go to stop to the function. If I say the cola nut where don't go chop for there now, you don't brain don't. I don't believe another guy be that. So I don't believe something be that because the guy just honestly, I'm not sure whether if I say at least say it be PhD. I mean being having PhD for one special area. So okay, say be lawyer, be this on that. Say you don't get PhD. This guy just fool. I'm like saying not even go high school. Say he just laugh. And the journalist the say it's not funny. In the time said that's where they like say funny. It's not funny. This is a very tough issues. Some people they die. People they die. They laugh. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, look, I just get heady for this. Even today, they know that they do comedy all over the social media. Only just this guy mess up yesterday. Or I mean, during everything on my head. I say, when I hope Nigeria will just get it so bad like this now. Why can't this government just expose, let's say Nigeria, they don't know even the educated, even up to that Western level, say we not even the educated reach. I think Bwala just make us feel that way. Like say not even go school anyway. Now Nigeria will plan more my sister. I just even now, as I even they laugh, they watch something there. My kids, they just laugh. They can't say, Daddy, why are you laughing? They don't turn out to comedy for social media. I just tell my children, say, now just comedy, say, like I don't want to say that because they won't know what anything what they do concerning Nigeria, they want to know. But I don't want to let them feel that feeling. Because that guy, he don't embarrass everybody, honestly. And I just thank God, say God don't expose them. I think just go back, thinking say it's smart to go the chop, waiting on vomit before. Now that's night they cause all the problem with the ground now. So I beg my sister, this thing is not going to go away anytime soon. And I know say now he would like to look for one media house when we go clean up this mess. And I'm sure say I pray make him go arise again or somewhere else. Be like APC get and make it when go fit. Because I know say there's nothing go fit tell anybody now. Because number one, he don't throw this guy under the bus. He don't go there because of appointment. He don't the chop. But nobody they stop him. But all those when talk, what the guy they give out all the facts and figures. He's supposed to say, this guy don't catch me. Maybe I just tell him the truth. But he was still denying. As an old man like that, they still deny, and that's going to make him feel say, how much can people trust Nigerians outside? Look at how that guy they do now. My sister, the thing there, honestly, man, look, this guy, they rubbish our reputation outside, though. Because like me, as I there, I worked with different companies there, and they feel that Nigerians are very hard, very smart people. They know most of the people will be professionals. They are really good in what they do. But these people like Bwala and I don't make all the rubbish out like say, because everybody, this don't go around the world. Everybody here, we know about Nigeria, where they follow Nigerian, stories and everything. They are aware of this mess up, what this guy mess up. So they're not saying nobody they tell truth again. All the journalists
the thing they pay me on. The thing they pay me on. If you be Nigerian, once you say come now, they go look you twice again. You see that's the problem. The fact that they go to use an Bwala standard now, they judge an innocent Nigerian.
I'm telling you, my dear, I am telling you now. That's what I got even yesterday. Look at say, what everything happened to Nigerians like as if they sound like they face Nigeria now. Apart from waiting Trump they do, everything they face Nigeria now, and most of the people here they are not paying attention to Nigeria. Then they lie here, but because you don't say anything where Trump don't talk for this administration now. If I say everybody don't focus on Iran, Nigeria here and there, So when Nigeria person they do any nonsense thing, they are aware on the news now, just like than before. If not YouTube everywhere. So don't be saying this guy just go rubbish like say, and all those all this die people they die. Then they deny, but people will be Oyibo the asshole say, true, then they kill Christian, because that Christian they don't want to hear us, because here now more like religious, most like an average American now, now religious person, either he be Baptist, Pentecostal or whatever. So if they ask the Christian, they kill Christians, because that one I they 1 year. No be fake news or not true. Even me way be Nigerian say, I know even know how to tell them say whether not true or not lie. You understand? But now people where they home say not true, then they kill. So why then wake on they begin to lie, and lie, So there are people say no, if we defend, they give you facts and figures. I mean, people don't die. This time people don't die past before one that come. They don't even die past. So and you say they deny, So it's a pity, my sister. But it's just they vex me saying now that old man go the rubbish young people where they for outside the country. Now that one I vex because they will use that eye they look all of us. I say we'll be the same. You understand? And they let them know say Nigeria big we're almost 300 million people, and we have different tribes and different over 200 languages. So even we will not even understand ourselves. So we not to say one person fuck up saying at the same we're different. That one and another one. So that we don't like say that everybody at the same tribe. We're not the same tribe. We're so different from each other. But as a country, we're trying to move along. Just so my sister, it's so painful. But we thank God, say God don't expose this guy past. As they look and see that one person get reputation. Thank you, my sister. Stay well, eh?
Thank you so much.
Yes, Mama.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. The Barrys, good evening and welcome. Hello, Barrys. Good evening, welcome. You would like drop small word sharply?
You hear me?
Very well. I did hear you now, so go ahead.
Yeah, so good evening. Sorry, I just make I share the moment to you. Don't try. These days news won't kill you. If like they get the ones where they're important past others. Now waiting the time for Nigeria.
How do you
before you know
no one actually did more important? So that's why you see I now do 2 live where I give almost all the headlines first. And then I come back, pick a few to just like. In fact, till now, suppose don't talk about that matter where they happen for our River State, for Oda, or that local government chairman matter. I never feel to talk about.
See, can you imagine that?
It's crazy. So, stories too much for head. Now vex.
I see. You see, a president. I see setting people up. This one I set up. I think he set up Bwala. He just want to say, you know what? My next coming, no go follow. I just want to put you out there, make you vomit, swallow your vomit. And then he can't carry what you call a Reno. That drug where he's saying be drug lord. Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, come Mexico, come prove their point. So in our plan, he just set them up. I'm not sure say, and you see what happened for Mexico. I know be small war, very serious fight between the government and the cabal, those drug barons. Heavy ones, they are killing each other. It'll be small matter. So I wonder how Reno go there, go try to present Nigerian relationship by Tawa. The thing too much. I just want to see. I want to tell you say, you see say ADC don't they position their candidates and we go there here. They look. I don't want to talk too much about that thing. You gotta see what thing they happen. There's a low underground thing way at the here, and it no go look too good. No, at the here from the horse's mouth. Yeah, I just want to hold on for now. Make I give them 1 more week before I go share the information.
So tell me. Only if you tell me, I no go tell anybody. Tell me.
Just don't worry. I just as they do when they tell information where you know verify. Make sure say I get.
All right. No wahala. I respect your opinion. Your network. Oh dear, the Barrys, are you there? The Barrys. Sorry, the network don't come out to you. Sorry. All right, Nigerians, make a leave on here. Let me retire. Thank you so much to everyone who's made the show possible. I love you guys and I appreciate you a great deal. I see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. You always know what I say, protect your mental health because Nigeria matter. It gets us a take. Oh, before you even go, finally, make I show you as our president use react and condone our vice president over the attack for inside Borno State. And just for you to know, the community when it be said those attack happen for Borno State, now Christian majority community, just for a point and make one understand what's they happen for inside Nigeria. But that don't mean say the Muslim majority parts they happen, it also happen. But here the president's message to Vice President Shetima.
With one another. My sympathy goes to the Vice President and the entire country and any people of Borno for the air incidents that occurred, and make a call to Zulum to share the pain with him. And if you talk to him too, please remember to reinforce our love and our sincere concern and commitment that freedom, yes, could be difficult and challenging at this period, we appreciate all the people who are facing the challenges of terrorism and banditry. We will win. Nigeria will prevail. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so that's for the president and IEBC is tell Oga Shetima sorry for the attack that may happen for his cyber underset. All right, Nigerians, I love you, appreciate you. Please, in all of this, protect your mental health. I beg you. As I tell you, as I tell myself. Because it's in Nigeria matter, it no worth to overwhelm your mental health in a way where it will use make you unwell. So please try to protect your mental health. I love you guys. You know that already. Good night and God bless you. Bye.